Hello everyone, welcome. So in this video, we are going to discuss how to handle processing heavy activities asynchronously so that your browsers or your mobile application do not have to show that loading icon for a long time. Now, as web developers, we are familiar with REST APIs, right? REST or web APIs. Now the browsers or the mobile application can talk to these REST APIs over HTTP protocol. They can send these HTTP GET, POST, DELETE requests, and these requests will be then forwarded to a application server by the REST API. Here in the application server, it will run the business logic associated with each of those requests. So these business logic may include some computations or maybe talking to a database and save some data there, or maybe even calling a third-party web service and gather some data. And then whatever those results of that business logic execution will be sent back to the browser or the mobile client synchronously. So what does synchronous means? So that means the browser is waiting until the response is returned. So that's where we are making use of a loader. Now have a look at the same diagram with serverless services. Now here we replaced our REST API with an API gateway and our application logic with AWS Lambda. So in this example, the browser is sending a GET request to get weather data in Colombo. And the API gateway then forward this request to get weather Lambda, and this Lambda will then communicate with the Open Weather Map API and retrieve the weather information and send it over to the browser synchronously. Now just imagine these scenarios. What if this Open Weather Map API third-party web service is down? Or the Get Weather Lambda has got more time-consuming business logic to process? Or maybe the Open Weather Map API quota has been exceeded? Or maybe you are getting a lot of requests from the browsers to get weather information, and that rate cannot be tolerated by the Open Weather Map API. Now in all these cases, either browser will never get that requested weather data or that data will be quite delayed. So as a result, the loader in the browser will keep spinning and your users will be frustrated. So how do we solve this issue? Now, if you look at the root cause for this problem, you will find this is due to the tight coupling between API gateway, the get weather lambda, and the open weather map API. So if there's any delay or any unexpected thing happen in the get weather lambda or open weather map API, the request will be delayed or totally lost. So the solution is to decouple this architecture. Now in order to decouple it, we are introducing a queue in between these components. Now have a look at this. Now instead of one get weather lambda, we are introducing two lambdas. So one of the lambdas will get the requests from the API gateway and add it to the queue. Now after the message or the request has been added to the queue, it will immediately respond to the requester with an acknowledgement. So it will say the message is successfully submitted to the queue. Then we have another lambda that consumes messages from the queue. So this lambda will retrieve a message from the queue and then call Open Weather Map API, get the weather information, and then probably it will save it in a database or so. So later the browser can retrieve this information from a different API endpoint. Or we can alert the browser in real time with the data. Now the important thing to remember in this architecture is that the browser or the mobile client do not have to wait until the actual data is returned to them, because the queue decouples the sending of this request and the consumption of this request. So as soon as the message is added to the queue, the acknowledgement will be returned, and once the data is ready, then either it will be taken from a database or it will be communicated to the browser or the mobile client in real time. Now what if there are some messages that cannot be processed in the queue? Now for example, instead of a city name to fetch the weather data, we are getting a Boolean value like true or false. Now those messages that cannot be processed, we can put it to another queue. We call it dead letter queue. So we can set up another lambda to examine these messages and take corrective actions. Okay, now let's take a look at a quick demo of this architecture.